There we go. We are live now. Hey everybody. Welcome to another session of Storm King's Thunder. I totally was going to say something after that, but totally lost it. So yeah.
I'm like, is it time? Is it time?
It's time. It is time. You should see our Facebook chats is constantly like, is it the day yet? Is it the day we get to play? And now we finally get to play. Yes. Welcome everybody. We have our whole crew back, and we've got Khaled, Dion, played by Dion, Arif, played by Steve, Kira, played by Adelie, Kingsley, played by Renee, Shep, played by Darren, and welcome back to Alondra, played by Marco. It's good to have you back, man.
Yay. It's been a while.
It's good to finally be back.
So, previously on Storm King's Thunder, we did more spirit mounds. And there was a bit of a... the party had finally gone berserk. What? Yeah?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah, it was kind of like gone berserk, but not really berserk. It was kind of...
it was Go Berserk Light.
Go berserk light.
Yeah.
All right. How's that volume? Is that better? Try again. How's it now? Okay. Too much? How's this? Up. Up. Good? Okay. You might need to turn your camera back on. Okay. Yes. Go Berserk Light. We didn't actually get to go berserk, but we took over the airship, finally. And then what else did we do? My ADHD brain is kind of going on a bit of a brain fog, so I can't remember what happened after that.
Did some of our griffins fly away?
Oh yes, that's right. So there was a bit of an attack on the airship. A couple of Uthgard barbarians mounted on griffins came to steal your griffins, and by the end I think you managed to get rid of most of them except for one guy, but he stole one of the griffins, and then another one was almost stolen until somebody, I can't remember who it was it Arif that turned him into a fish and he fell off the back of the griffin?
Yeah.
And which is a good call, but unfortunately it was too late. Like, the griffin had gotten away. And then after that, you guys are now on your way to Old Stone, was it? I'll have to bring up the map again and see which direction you guys are heading.
Yeah, we were at Grandfather Tree, and I think we were headed like north or.
Trying to go to Stone Stand, I think.
Stone Stand, yeah.
Stone Stand.
That looks right.
All right. So we'll say, from the time after the griffins were finished up, by the next morning, you guys made it to Stone Stand, or you're starting to approach it. Let me bring the map up. Oh, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Dion hasn't done our swanky intro.
It's true. It's true. I was like, are you gonna skip it? You're the DM. You make the call.
I almost forgot, but I didn't forget. That was the whole point of us being
Here we go.
waiting. We were waiting for you.
Okay. Don't worry. I won't let you down. Ready?
Go Khaled, go Khaled, go.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Alright. I wanna be the very best the Storm King's ever had. To catch them is my real quest. To crush them is my goal. Brought to you by Phil MacNevin. Storm King's Thunder.
Oh,
Every time.
that was totally worth it. Totally worth the wait.
Oh god.
I don't think we'll get the CMA'd for that.
You know, Dion, while we were waiting for you, we were this close to getting Kingsley to do it.
Oh dang, Kingsley can definitely do it. It's definitely an open. It's a shared thing. I can do a remix. I'll do the backbeat.
It was never
I'll do
gonna
the
be
beat, and then Kingsley can drop the verse.
No. You know not what you ask.
No, I'm sure it'll be great.
Okay. Now that we got that out of the way. Yes, I just want to do a quick shout out to Encounter Plus because they provide our amazing VTT. They don't sponsor it. Nobody sponsors this. I mean, it's just us playing. But we do use Encounter Plus, which we really love. And then we also have all the sounds and music is provided by Soundtail. And then we always do our plug for D&D Beyond because we love it so much. That's kind of what we use for our characters. All right. So you guys are traveling on your airship after the kind of the loss of your griffins. And now the rest of the evening has gone pretty quiet. You guys are able to travel throughout the night with no more incidents. And the next morning, you start to wake up, and off in the distance, you start to see. Let me see if I can bring this up. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Map. Very anticlimactic. There we go. You start to see what looks like a couple of mounds of grass, lightly covered in snow at this point because it is still coming on to the beginning of winter, and those mounds kind of look a bit like the in the form of like an eye or a sun or something like that. You see in the center of this formation of mounds is where the iris is. It kind of looks a little bit like a shape of a bear. So you have an idea that this is likely the location of the next relic.
Should we see a picture of something?
Yep, I am loading it up right now. Just gotta turn line of sight off. Here we go. So this is what you see from the sky.
It kind of looks like a big footprint in the very middle. With 3 toes.
Okay. So, what do you guys do?
What are around the outside where we've got all of these kind of oval-ish shapes, and then there's all these dots on them? What are the dots?
It says cairns. Is that like another little hill?
Yeah, they're kind of little
Or is
like
it a rock?
mounds or dirt or like kind of like mostly like made out of rock. You've seen these cairns at a lot of the other spirit mounds. Like this seems to be a fixture of a lot of the different places you visited so far. Not really sure what they are, but it's definitely a site that you recognize.
Am I still at the helm of the airship?
Yep.
All right. Do we want to maybe steer this thing close to the oak tree, maybe like a few feet above? I'm guessing the center of this thing is the most relevant place, maybe. Can I use the pointer
If you're at the
here?
helm, then you probably can't see,
I say
can
we
you?
should keep some of us.
Not really.
I'll shout directions down to you. To the left. No, not that far.
To the left, to the left.
Where do we want to land though? Or like not land, but
Is it big enough
close to the center?
next to the oak tree for the airship to land? Or how big is the airship?
The airship's like a fairly big size. I'd say at least probably about 20 feet wide. Maybe even a little bit more, maybe like 25 feet. And then I would probably say 60 at least long.
Okay, so really not quite enough room to
Yeah.
land next to the oak tree.
Because each of those blocks are about 50 feet. So you can kind of estimate
Okay.
that your airship might take up a good chunk of one of those blocks. So you can
What
probably
about what about the space between the bear's legs or the two toes kind of thing, that little peninsula? What about right in there?
kind of there or this area
Yeah, the one right above it.
like that.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, like right in there.
We could hike in a little bit.
Would you prefer if we were back a ways? Because we can go back. Like, would you rather be back here?
Like somewhere like there. Like in the top left, like almost off map kind of thing, so we can trek in a little bit. And
If you'd prefer, like if you think that's safer.
hey, you're the captain.
I just fly the ship. You tell me what you want me to go, where you want me to go.
I could use the exercise.
Yeah, I'm up for starting off a bit further out, just in case. Don't want to lose the ship.
Okay. All right, so top left. So like up in here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that looks
yeah.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
Just remember, if anything's chasing us, we're gonna have to run a ways.
Okay. So
You
where
can call the ship to us.
where was it that you guys were dropping off or parking?
Top left,
Like that area?
kind of
Right
like
there.
up. Yep. Yeah, up in there. Mm.
So like around there.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Could this ship provide air support with arrows? Like, I
there's
guess
no one on it.
You could leave someone.
Do you
on
guys
it.
want to get off and us or me stay on board and like pilot it in closer, like above you?
I
So
think it's a good idea.
there's a
to leave
possibility
someone
we're
on
gonna
the
trigger
ship.
something that's gonna attack us.
There is. There's always.
What
that
do you
possibility.
mean?
Judging by the DM smile, very strong possibility.
I mean, there's no precedent for that.
It's never happened before.
No.
Kingsley, I think that you should stay on the ship. Once we disembark, then if you put the ship back up in the air, if we had a second person left on the ship, then they'd also be able to let down the rope. Or can we let the ship hover a bit and you'd be able to run up and let down the rope ladder in case we needed to climb up quickly?
Yeah, like what if it's not on the ground, but it's like 25 feet up or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah. If you're gonna stay on it, may as well let it hover.
Yeah, it's an airship. It's meant to hover. It pretty much does it by default.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there two staying on board or just one?
Is one person able to keep the ship hovering and able to also like guide it a little, like move it a bit?
I'm not taking out random dice to find out. May or may not be. Yeah, I'll say that it's. I mean, it's pretty self-controlled for the most part. Actually, let me check to see what the weather's like though, because the weather might kind of blow it around a bit. Yeah, so it's fairly calm at this point, so it would be fine.
Awesome.
We do have weapons on board that ship that we could use. Maybe Kingsley, I should stay on board with you. And arm and man the front.
That big harpoon thing.
Yeah, big harpoon
like
thing
it.
calls my name.
Okay.
Shep, you wouldn't be
Yeah,
trying to
I'll stay up.
get out of going down to the ground, would you now?
Are you making some sort of suggestion, Kira?
I'm just asking the question, Shep.
I'm just saying that if there's an opportunity to use the massive harpoon gun, then I really want to have the opportunity to use the massive
All
harpoon
right,
gun.
fair enough. But if I need air support,
Unless we can
I
just, like, go
expect
somewhere
your aim to be
afterwards.
true.
I will do my best.
It's really all any of us can do, Shep.
If things get really bad, I'll just hop down, and Kingsley will fly over, and I'll jump down and
I kinda wanna see
tackle
that.
whatever, and just land on top of whatever's there. It's air support.
I like it. The plan is very simple. It's very Shep.
Right? I'll just rage on my way down, and that way I won't take that much damage from falling. It'll be okay. Why am I
Right.
telling him what we're gonna do?
Shh, zip it.
All right, so, Mando's coming down, right? And Alondra. And Aerith.
Yep, I'll
Yep,
go too.
I'm coming down.
Khaled. All right, let's go.
I'm gonna
So
follow along as well.
Where do we think the next relic might be hidden? Do we head to the oak tree?
It's probably a good place to look.
Just for scouting measures, I'll go around the circumference while you guys head to the tree. So, just in case anything happens on the outside. And I can sneak around because I'm all monkey, like, get it?
That was pretty good.
Okay.
So I'd like to, like, stealth forward too. Like, I don't want to be crashing around here.
Okay. All right. Do you want to roll a stealth check?
Uh, 10.
10? Okay. So you're kind of sneaking around a little bit, and so far you don't see anything. As you're kind of scouting ahead and moving through the grass, and this grass around that area, kind of all around the exterior, all here, is pretty tall, so it makes it easy to find some cover. And then as you get closer to this area, it does start to get shorter. Probably at most maybe like calf height. And then so far you don't see anything.
Do I hear anything?
Just light breeze, maybe some birds and that kind of stuff. It's fairly quiet.
And this here, is it
So as they're going forward, I'm sneaking out to the right.
Okay.
Are Alondra, Mando, and Aerith following behind me, or are they waiting?
I'm gonna head up on the hill and just kind of check out the cairns there and see if I can notice anything peculiar with them.
I'm gonna just be hanging back to see if anything happens.
Okay. I'm following close behind. Like maybe 20 paces behind Kira. By the way, like when you guys say that you came down off the airship, I kind of like pictured, you know, Navy SEAL style with like ropes coming down and everybody sliding down ropes. I know you did the
very
ladder,
epic.
but okay. So far you've come this far. There's still no sign of anything.
And is this a hill? Like, am I looking up from what's in front of me to the southeast?
Yep.
Okay, and
So
do
it's an incline, maybe about 6 feet.
Okay.
So enough to kind of get a little bit of cover behind, but not too hard to kind of scale.
I'm gonna wait for Mando to keep up with me.
Okay.
Do you see anything, Mando?
Not at the moment. It kind of seems a little too quiet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Can I see that oak tree? What do I see?
So the oak tree, it just seems like a standard oak. I mean, compared to the grandfather tree, this is a bit underwhelming. But it just looks like a plain old oak tree.
All these little mounds that are on here. Is it grass covered?
Yeah. It almost feels like there's maybe some rock or some sort of like hard packed earth underneath it. And it's got all this like grass and roots and weeds and stuff kind of sticking out of them. Looks like whatever it was here hasn't really, you don't know if that's intentional or if it's just out of neglect. But they're just kind of these mounds.
If I touch and press on the mound, do I feel anything that feels anything different from a rock?
No, it just feels very like solid and sturdy.
All right, Amanda, what do you think? Should we go down to the oak tree?
I mean, we should, but do I want to? Not really. Do we have to? Likely. It's your call.
Should we get some more backup on this hill?
I think it might be a good idea. I look back and I don't really see, because Alondra looks like he's still in kind of the grass, so I'm not really sure where he is. But we do see Aerith kind of...
I'm definitely not napping.
We do see Aerith kind of examining the cairns as well. And then Khaled's now popping out around the other side.
Khaled! I'm gonna try not to like be too loud.
I'll try and
but it's
cross and come
obvious
check
that I
out
have
the
to be loud.
bear
Okay.
area.
Roll, Aerith, roll perception.
Nine.
Okay. You think everything's fine?
Oh, what do you mean?
Not good. Not good.
That's not good.
There's nothing odd
I'm just gonna
here.
yell to Shep. Like I'm back near the back of the boat. I'm just gonna yell to Shep, who's like, at the front of the Titanic there. But can you see anything? And can you see anything happening at all?
There's a real big tree. We could shoot it
Okay.
just for target practice.
Don't waste your harpoons.
Okay.
I'm gonna wave my arms, trying to get
I
Shep's
think
attention.
I see one of them. Yeah, wiggling down on the ground there.
All right.
Come.
It's way far away though. I can't tell which one it is.
Do you want to get closer?
I mean, we should have really come up with some sort of hand signal or something so we could communicate with people on the ground at some point.
I feel
would've
like
been
I want us to be closer to them.
I mean, I feel like I've been growing closer with them too, but I feel like there's also room for that connection to get better as well. So, I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from.
No, I mean I want to physically.
Yeah, let's go.
Like I kind of want to be maybe where between the top two hills or something like that. Like the boat in between the top two hills. I don't want to not be on the map.
Here, I'll drop Kingsley just so that we know approximately where the airship is. So you could just
Yeah, I kind of want to be right up in here.
okay.
I'm gonna take up my bow, my long bow, and an arrow, and I'm gonna knock it, but I'm gonna be holding it down to the ground. The silence is too eerie.
Okay. So what do we do?
I'm just gonna join Shep there and be on the lookout.
Okay.
I mean, everything seems fine to me. I'm gonna keep moving forward.
Okay. I mean, it's perfectly fine with, what you saw and felt. Perfectly normal.
I'm gonna climb up onto that
Great.
middle cairn, so I have the hill there, so I have a bit of a better vantage point on where everyone is.
Okay. Are you able to drag your token? There you go. Perfect.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at the oak tree.
Okay. And so, fire an arrow. And do you hit?
That's an 8.
Okay. It goes wide.
It's a really big tree, though.
I look over and I go, that was intentional, right? That's what you meant to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking because I didn't want to think that you're losing your touch or anything.
No, I wanted to go past the oak tree.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So, fire across the bow. Okay, nothing happens.
Okay.
Are you heading up, Arif?
Yeah. Yeah, can I do a nature check on the tree? Like, pretty close up?
Okay.
I want to do an investigation on the tree.
It's a 22.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like a really nice tree. You can see it's got some pretty big roots, and the roots, as they're dug into the ground, you can kind of make out something. It looks like it might be the roots are growing around something. As you take a look,
And can I reach down and...
yep. As you reach down and kind of brush off a little bit of
just go
dirt,
for it.
and touch, you can see it actually feels like and looks like it's bone.
I'm going to bend down and help him sort
Is
of
it-
try to dig it up.
Okay.
Tree roots.
Alright, so as you guys start digging and digging, you can start to see like parts of it is more and more of it is getting kind of revealed. But as you're digging it out, you can see this thing is huge. It's massive, whatever's underneath it. And now you're certain that it's made out of bone.
How big are we talking about?
It's like you can put, like right now you've revealed like 2 hands worth, like side by side. If you place it on it, like that's as much space that you've revealed. And so far it's all bone.
Mando, we might need your help digging.
All right. So Mando comes over and starts digging it out as well.
I'm gonna clear out to try to find the edges of it to see how wide this thing is.
Okay.
Can we tell what kind of bone it might be? Like shape of it. It's not like a skull or
At this point, not yet.
just like a straight old normal large dog bone.
At this point, you can't tell, but it does at the point that you are digging up. It does. It's kind of like flat-ish, but it feels like it's got a little bit of a curve to it.
What do you think, a giant's bone? Seems big enough.
So you guys are grave robbers now. Desecrating the grave.
I mean, we can be pirates and grave robbers.
Have I found the edges of it
Great
yet?
Be
direction.
careful, that's all I'm
We
saying.
dug up.
I'm not there, so.
So you guys have been digging now. Like you guys have been digging for a couple of hours, and you finally find an edge to it, and you start digging it up, and it kind of looks like possibly like it kind of flattens out, and then there's a ridge, and then it kind of dips down a little bit, and so you start digging that out, and then you're finding like whatever you're digging, this ridge starts to form into a circular shape.
I'm not understanding that. Can you explain the shape of it again?
Okay, so you've been digging, like where you've been digging before has been all like mostly flat and smooth, and then with a little bit of like aging and whatnot. But then you eventually come to a place where the bone kind of curves a little bit, and then there's a ridge, and then that ridge kind of goes into like a depression, almost like a bowl shape. And as you're digging it out, then you're noticing like it's round, whatever you're digging up. The depression, I mean. So like the bone kind of wraps around this like circular object. And what you can kind of figure
While
out
they're
right
digging,
now.
I'm gonna investigate these cairns.
Okay. So right now you're not finding too much. Similar to the others, it's mostly just moss and grass covered earth, rock. Arif and Kira, you are starting to at this point realize that what you're digging up now appears to be an eye socket.
And how big are we talking about here?
Like the eye socket would be like the size of a large dinner plate at least. Maybe bigger.
Okay.
Let's keep digging.
So is there a reason
And it
to
took
keep
us
digging
hours.
Here? Like,
It's
is
probably
what, the
about 2
relic
hours at this
inside of
point.
it? Is this the relic itself? What do you guys think, Mando?
Yeah, I don't
Arif?
know.
Could be. I mean, it's big, but it's buried underneath this oak tree, which is kind of the MO of those barbarians.
I'm tired and I smell like Shep now, so if I'm gonna keep digging, I want to know the reason.
I mean, even if this were the relic, that thing's massive. What are we supposed to do with a big... I mean, if this is a skull, what are we supposed to do with it? Like, I don't know if we can fit that in the bag of holding. What do you think?
We've revealed the eye socket. Is if I look through the eye socket, is inside of it also earthen filled, or is it hollow inside?
It's all earthen filled.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez. It's a lot of digging.
Yeah.
It's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
I'm gonna wild shape into a badger. Is that a thing? The badger's a thing with 20-foot, no, burrow speed of 5. Will that help me dig it out quicker?
Yeah, probably. Probably, like... I'd say it would,
I don't want to
like,
get crushed as a badger either.
triple your... I don't even know what a human's digging speed is. That'd be triple or
There's a giant badger.
giant badger? Just gets better
Giant
and
badger,
better.
burrow speed of 10. Yeah, I'll do a giant badger. I'll wild shape into that. And
Okay.
just start digging around the eyeball, like pretty well like anywhere in the face that I can dig into that's not bone.
Okay.
And all of a sudden I see
did
Arif
you say a
change
dig
shape
speed
into
of
this giant badge, and I'm like, you
Yeah.
couldn't have done that 2 hours ago?
Okay.
I can't respond.
All right.
just gonna
Badger yourself.
in a huff. I'm just.
You
gonna
didn't want
start
to waste
digging.
the spell slot 2 hours ago.
So from the boat, we probably just see dirt starting to like fly
Yeah,
at
it's
a
just like-
rapid pace, like out from underneath the tree.
You have no idea what's going on. There's
I
just
don't know
dirt
what's going
flying
on down
everywhere.
there. It's some dirt, like, I don't know.
Okay, with the 3 of you digging and Arif digging for essentially 4 people, it takes another maybe 5 or 6 hours, but you guys managed to uncover what now you have confirmed is the large skull of a giant.
Can I tell what kind of giant, based on its size and knowing what we know of the different giant types?
You can make a nature check.
19.
19. You're not 100% sure, but your best guess would be a frost giant.
I'll relay that. Arif and Mando were with me.
Okay.
I think this is a frost giant.
Well, that was good exercise. That's all I can say. My back is
Tired
killing
and
me.
cranky now. I don't feel like this is the relic.
After I already pulled my back last time.
I mean, we didn't find anything else in this huge hole here.
Yep. That's all you can see is like in the center area where you would think that the relic would be. The oak tree essentially was planted on top, and so its roots kind of dug under and kind of essentially covered this huge giant skull.
Do we see anything else in the area?
That is all you've seen after all your digging and excavating.
Like, and all of the other roots, like, we don't see any other place that's suspicious or looks like it's a mound or covering anything, nothing else.
Nope, not at this point.
So, Air, if you're still a badger,
Is
are you?
there? Yeah. Is there? Can we like? Will the jaw of like? Is it a full? It's a full skull
It's a full skull.
that we're.
Yeah.
And as far as the whole skull size is, like, how big do you think? I mean, how big would a frost giant's
What is
skull
that? I
like,
mean, it's
like a couple feet kind of thing?
it's like almost the size of a person, from jaw to
Okay.
cranium.
Air, can you do detect magic while you're in badger form? You shake your head.
Just shake my head now.
Do you think maybe
Can we like? Will the is the? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, do you think maybe that the frost giant being here at the skull, it means that somebody took the relic and like left the body here? Something bad happened basically, and the relic's not here anymore.
Don't know.
Shep, I'm gonna fly this thing right over the center.
Man, dude.
It's
Let's
been
go right
hours
over the
and
top.
yeah, let's just go right over the top. I just want to fly the ship like right down as close as I can, like hover over them like 15, 20 feet and yell down like, "You've been gone forever. Like, what's going on down there?"
Can you take a lap around the very top of the tree, and I'm gonna just like stick my head out and look while you're flying by to see if
Yeah.
there's anything up on the top of that tree.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys just see essentially a
Can we
nice
open
oak
them?
tree. But
I'm gonna
That's a
holler
good
up
looking
at them.
tree there,
We
Kingsley.
found the
I've seen a lot.
skull of a frost giant. That's it.
You've been digging up a grave this whole time.
Rude.
So rude. Cover that back up.
blame the badger.
Can we like? Will the mouth of the skull open? Is there like? Can we do a full-on inspection of the skull here?
Yep. You can pull its jaw open. Are you still in badger form?
Yeah.
Any gold teeth?
That's a good question.
We are grave robbers.
Nope. No gold teeth. Unfortunately.
Can Khaled, as a monk, can you, because I see him come closer, Khaled, can you do detect magic? I don't know who has that ability.
No.
No.
I do
Maybe
not
Marco?
have that.
Marco?
Alondra?
Alondra?
At this point, we're like,
Has it?
where has Alondra been? He's kind of been gone for a while. Did he?
I definitely didn't indulge myself in a nice little nap.
Who does that?
And you can totally,
let's start
you can
with
totally
long
like
rest at
short
this
rest
point.
if you want, or long rest. Yeah.
We've been digging long enough.
So I'm rolling up on these guys and they're all sweaty. I'm like, all right. So what'd you guys find?
A big skull. And I say it, and I'm just like really peeved.
A skull. Has anyone climbed to the top of this oak tree?
No, will be our guest.
Nope.
That seems to be your thing.
All right. You guys seem pretty tired, so I'm gonna climb to the top of the oak tree
Okay.
and just see if I notice anything strange about the tree.
Roll acrobatics.
As I watch him starting to climb the tree, I'm kind of like, on the one hand, I hope he finds something. On the other hand, if he finds something, I'm gonna be so mad that I've just spent hours digging this skull up for nothing. And didn't think to check the tree.
I got an 8.
Okay, you have you're not feeling as nimble as you normally are, and so you do manage to climb the tree, but it kind of looks like someone climbing who is not used to their own body, and it looks actually kind of comedic as you're kind of slipping.
So I'm feeling the pressure of everyone who's like tired and resting, all looking at me, and I'm feeling kind of nervous as I'm like slipping when I would normally not be slipping. I'm like, oh man, this is kind of embarrassing. But I'm just trying to play it cool. I'm like, yeah, it's good. I meant to do that. Drunken tree climbing is what I'm doing. So do I notice anything? I guess I don't. I guess I don't notice anything.
It's a nice tree. It's oak.
It's a nice tree. Seems like a nice tree.
So waking up from my nap, I'll start to wander over as well.
Okay. Kira, roll
Oh, it's been 3 hours. My B shape is gone.
intelligence.
$18.
18. At this point, you remember that you actually have that book that has the enlarge reduce.
Oh, right. In order to cast it, I need a pinch of powdered iron. No, wait. Do I need any of that because I have the book? Or how does that work?
I think it said that you can do it without the materials, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But it's like a once per day thing, I think.
Okay, so I will cast a reduce spell. I'll use the reduce to shrink the skull so that I can put it into the bag of holding.
Okay. So after you use the book and read out the instructions, you can see that the slowly at first the skull starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller and reduces to about the size of like a beach ball.
Kira, that could have been a whole lot cooler if you had made it just a huge skull.
That would be pretty cool. Impractical, but really cool.
But then we couldn't have played soccer with it, and I go to do a fake of like, I'm gonna throw it on the ground and kick it, but...
Alright.
Kira! What?
Sorry, I'm really
into our
tired and
crew.
cranky here. All sense of propriety has gone out the window.
And your your morals have just gone away.
This is assuming she had morals in the first place, Kingsley.
True.
Well, I did have some boundaries, but I'm telling you, digging in this dirt for 8 hours finding this skull has not put me in a good mood. I shoved the skull in the bag
No, I didn't.
and crossed my arms. Now
Okay.
what?
Didn't even get to fire this stupid bow.
At least we didn't have to dig in the dirt.
Yeah, it's right.
She smells like you now.
Welcome to the club.
She'd make a good
I shake my head and
barbarian.
I roll my eyes. I'm so not impressed.
She's already raging.
Good answer.
So we think this is it? We're gonna sail on out of here?
Alright, I guess let's just head back to the ship, because I guess either this is the relic or it's not here anymore. Someone stole it.
Yeah.
And maybe we do it quickly before the
mean-
tree wakes up or something.
Okay, and with that I race
Yeah,
towards
that
the
does
left
tend to happen.
airship.
Okay.
Hey, Arif, can you turn into like a woodpecker or something?
Not today. Not today.
Are you back to being human, Arif?
Alright.
Yeah, it wore off. Like a couple hours ago, actually. I didn't realize. Just been digging with my hands.
Okay.
So
Right, so everybody climbs back up.
okay.
All right. You manage to get up, and at this point, it seems to be quiet. Maybe a little too quiet.
Get the airship in the air. Up, 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 up. Kingsley, let's go. I'm gonna run over to the thing that... What is it called? It's this... I would call it a bellows, but...
Like
DM?
the fire elemental?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like blow on it and like, let's get up in the air.
Okay.
Fast, fast.
The elemental's like, oh.
Stoking the wind.
Okay. So you guys head off.
Where are we going to now? Yeah.
Are we going back? Are we going to the Eye of the Allfather? Or are we gonna hit up the last one?
I think you guys
Yeah, I think
still
we're
have.
going to the mall.
If you're going for the mall, the next one's probably
Barunas.
up at One Stone or Bear Run as well.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
think
know
we've
which
been
way.
to either of those two, have we?
Not yet.
No,
I
you're
think.
right.
I think. One Stone here. You haven't been to Bear Run as well. Great Worm Cavern, and then I think you guys skipped one, so I'm not sure if you want to go to it or not. But Raven Rock. Over here. You'd have to kind of bypass the Eye of the Allfather and then circle back. So
Shall we
up to you.
head? Shall we head to One Stone next?
One stone.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Is there a shower?
Take us to
on
One
the
Stone,
ship?
Kingsley.
Unfortunately, no showers on the ship.
Do I spot any lakes?
You need to
or
learn
rivers or
prestidigitation.
anything? What's that, Kingsley?
Prestidigitation. I tell you, you learn that one. Clean whatever you want to be. It's a good one.
It is a very good one. It's like a must-have. It doesn't like effectively do anything, but it just allows you to clean yourself off. One of the campaigns I had on, that was his favorite spell. Just everything we got into, he was always clean.
Prestidigitation. Clean clothes.
Okay, so you guys get back on the ship, and it takes about 2 days
That's all.
travel
Yeah.
to get to One Stone. It's fairly uneventful. You pass over these beautiful mountain ranges just to the north, heading over to One Stone. Eventually, you come across and you start to see this river, and just a little bit beyond the river, you find a little island.
Hang on a second. When I see the river, I ask Kingsley to just pause for a second and let me down.
Yeah, 2 days
All right, but
of
only
really
for you
sweaty
and only for a
people.
few minutes.
I'll be fast. So I calm down and I just like dip in it and rinse off and clean off really quickly and then climb back up. I'm soaking wet still. I don't care. I'm clean. I feel glorious and wonderful.
Would that count as a long rest as well? 2
Yeah.
days?
Yeah, so you guys get the long rest.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So just a little bit past the river, you go up a little bit more north, and then you come across in the distance this what looks to be a little island surrounded by a stream on each side. So a stream comes down and then it breaks away and kind of forms this little island before it continues on. Let me show you what you see. In the center of it, you see there are a bunch of more cairns around the outside. To the southeast and the southwest, you see what looked like 2 totem poles. As you get closer to these, you can see they're unpainted, but on the top of them is carved what looks like horses with wings, which also seems to be the shape of what's happening in the center of this island. Now, where the kind of the eye of the horse with wings on the mound appears to be this very large boulder. And what would you like to do?
Where do you want me to set her down?
Right in the middle.
Yeah, this thing looks like it's
There's a great big
On the
plateau right in the middle of that island.
yeah.
Is it plateau?
All right.
Is it flat or is it sloping?
It's fairly flat on the top. Slopes down where the kind of the legs are, but the top of it's fairly flat.
All right, the plateau sounds good to me.
It's less distance for you to walk. I'll set her right down in the middle of the horse up top.
Okay. So just right up top. Okay.
Sure.
Let's use this. I know we kind of used this map before. We'll say. This is the area that you set down. Right around here is a big boulder. It's about 15 feet diameter. I know, super artistic, very well detailed. Alright. And then you guys set down your airship. Are you guys like actually parking, or are you doing the same as
Yeah, we'll do
before,
the
or-
same sort of thing, you know, like 20 feet up. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, and then who's dropping down onto the plateau?
I will.
I'll give it a go. I'll head down.
I don't mind waiting on the ship.
I'll
I'll go-
follow up, Khaled.
I'll go down this time.
Alondra's
I'll
on the
get
ship.
Arif to teach me some more druidcraft.
Where's Alondra dropping down to?
I'm gonna follow. Heading down.
Okay.
Shep is going to take the time on the ship to get Arif to teach him some more druidcraft stuff.
Okay.
Or at least pester him.
Alright, so you guys drop down near the boulder. As the airship kind of lets you down and then starts to take off a little bit, make a perception check. Okay, 23. You can start to
4.
hear.
17.
So Kingsley, you notice a breeze.
14.
Yeah, it's really nice here.
I can feel the wind flowing through my beard.
You start to hear rumbling as the ground starts to shake.
That must just be thunder.
Is the is the ladder still down on the ship?
They've kind of taken off a little bit further out of your range.
No, we had them in the center, and we were scaling down the ladder to get down, weren't we?
Yeah, I think you guys all
I thought
kind of
so.
landed. Yeah, where is the airship at this point? Like after you guys kind of got down.
Shep's driving. Sorry.
Okay. 3. Where is Shep? Add you to the map so you can kind of tell me where you are.
I'm just pulling levers down there. I can't really see where I'm going.
Okay.
Is the ground shaking like an earthquake?
Yeah, it feels kind of like it's trembling a bit.
Is this rhythmic trembling, like footsteps, or?
It feels a bit more like earthquake-ish at this point. It feels, Alondra, it feels not too dissimilar from what you had felt at the very first Spirit Mound you guys had checked out.
What happened at the very first one?
The very first one was some bone dinosaurs, I believe, came out of the ground.
I'm gonna race over to this boulder,
They were nasty.
Okay.
and the ship better be nearby with the ladder hanging down. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'll yell back. I can see the ship in the like. It's not that far away. It's like, I don't know. Don't go too far away, Shep.
I just pull some more levers.
I should have stayed on board.
Do we recognize
Oh,
that
crap.
there's like shaking and stuff in the air?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Not physically, obviously.
Can
but
I
do we
climb
hear?
up on top of this boulder?
Yeah.
How big is the thing that just appeared?
It is fairly big.
How big?
Like,
Oh no.
I'd probably say 15 feet long.
How tall?
A good 8 feet, maybe a little taller.
How tall is the boulder that I just ran up?
15 feet. It's like 15 feet diameter.
So the dinosaur is still taller than the boulder is.
Yeah.
Where's the airship?
Oh.
And you see these
I'm just gonna
two
yell,
like,
Shep.
shapes coming out of the ground and then
Shep.
start
Where's Shep? Where's Shep?
roaring.
I want back on the airship.
Arif.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know how
gonna
to shoot that harpoon.
yeah, I'm gonna tell Shep to turn the ship. Actually, I would rather I'm gonna run down to Shep and I'm gonna ask him to if he wants an opportunity with the harpoon.
Okay, so it's gonna take you.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
It'll take you a full round of combat on the ground before you guys can get up to the harpoons and stuff. All right, everybody, roll initiative.
Harpoon, you say?
Where? I don't see the airship on the map though. Like,
It's. We're just saying like where
Your
Shep is.
Shep.
oh, I thought he was up to the north.
I've been flying around.
I think we dropped you guys off and then just kind of started floating in random directions, and we are where we are.
All right, what's your initiative, Kira?
That thing.
15.
15. Okay. Alondra?
15.
15. Okay.
Yep.
Kira's up first.
Okay, how far? How much does each of these squares?
Did anyone ask me for my initiative?
Oh, I think yours came up already. Did you roll in
Yeah,
D&D Beyond?
24. Am I? Yeah,
Did you roll 24?
I sure did.
Oh, I wonder. Hold on. Why it's showing up as 10? Weird. Okay. Actually, it's gonna be Kingsley first.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to run to where Kira is
Okay.
and try and get up on some rocks as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot at the first creature. Oh, frick. 9 is not going to hit that thing, is it?
Nope.
I will do it one more time. Oh, frick, that's worse. That's an 8. I am going to hide. No, that's my turn.
Okay.
Woohoo! That's an amazing initiative. Do nothing with it.
All right, Kira's up next.
Worry. Shoot it, Kira, shoot it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out my longbow and shoot at it. It's a natural 1.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And my second shot is 13. So if I put, I have a line of sight on, I think it's U1, is that? Because the boulder's in the way of the other one?
Yep. You're behind the boulder?
Yeah. So I'll mark him with a hunter's mark as well.
Okay. For your 1 that you rolled, as you were like pulling your bowstring to attack, you catch your foot on something and you kind of stumble forward and the arrow goes over and just nicks Kingsley a bit and takes 6 damage.
Ow! Kira!
That was for wasting your turn. Okay. 8 damage.
8 damage on U1?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Alondra.
So to start off, I'm going to be using Spiritual Weapon,
Okay.
and Lord Cuddlington will be coming out. Now this is a giant teddy bear with a bow staff.
All right.
Yep.
Sir Cuddlesworth?
Baron Cuddlington. Lord Cuddlesworth was last time.
Okay.
And then that was my extra action, and then I'll also be doing Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
A 14.
14 is a miss. As your bolt just... And
Unfortunate.
it ricochets off the skin of this monstrous creature. All right. As your bolt ricochets off of it, you see this giant creature jump.
What?
It jumps up in the air 15 feet, going straight towards Kingsley. Kingsley, make either a dex or strength save.
We'll do strength. 16?
16? That makes it. So you managed to jump out of the way just in time before this thing lands right in front of you.
Oh my goodness.
Kira!
Yeah, my heart's in my throat. That was way too close.
Mine too.
All right.
Way too close.
Mando, taking this opportunity to go big or go home, morphs into his big giant self and comes running from behind. And he is going to make 2 attacks. That was a good noise. I promise. Okay, so he comes running up in his giant form and swings, and the first attack from his sword embeds into the back of this giant creature. And then he comes back for a second, but just as he's about to strike it again, its tail kind of whips around, knocking Mando off his feet. So now he is prone and he takes 11 damage. Okay. Khaled.
Alright, is this creature within 5 feet of me?
Nope. You have to move.
Okay,
You're 15 feet away.
Okay, then I will draw my crossbow and I will take my 2 shots at the creature. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna aim for its eyes in order to severely distract it and disorient it. So I'm gonna take 2 shots right at the eyes.
Okay.
All right. So first one is a 16. Second one is an 18.
Okay. First one misses.
And
The
then-
arrow flies over top. The second one manages to find its mark and embeds itself into the side.
Sweet. So then my 2 damages were 5 and 6.
Okay. All right. Aerith. Oh wait, actually, Aerith is still on the ship. What's your initiative, Shep?
7.
7. Okay. So Shep and Aerith will come in this next round. This one. Just like the first one, it just leaps up 15 feet and then lands on top of the boulder, letting out this big roar. All right, Kingsley, you're up next.
I'm just gonna shoot again.
Okay. You have advantage being right in front of you. Are you shooting or sword?
Yeah, I'm shooting at it.
Okay.
Shooting. I mean, I can roll twice, I guess. Yeah, I'll take the first one. That was a 17
17 hits.
for my first attack.
Yep.
Okay.
You aimed for the eyes, right? To blind it.
I don't think it works that way, but anyway.
No.
So that's 8 damage, and I will just, for my second attack, I will shoot again. I'll roll twice, I guess. I'll take that one. That's a crit for me. So... how does this work? It'd be 8. Sorry, 6 plus 10 is 16, and then the first one was 8. 24 for the total damage for both attacks.
Okay.
Is that right? That's right, isn't it?
You said it was 6 for the first?
I think
and then
so.
18 for the second? Okay.
It was 8 for the first, and then I roll a 6 on this one, but for us, when we
Gotcha.
crit, we do max damage on the second die, is that right?
Yeah.
So it would be 8 plus 2 is 8, 9, 10, plus the 6 is 16, plus the first 8 was a total of 24, I
Okay.
think.
Nice.
All right. So you just managed to
I think.
Sounds
hacking
good.
away at it as it's trying to get toward you and get close to you. But you're managing to kind of fend it off for the moment. Kira.
How does it look?
It's starting to get bloodied up. It's still very active though.
Okay. I'm gonna throw out my small bronze griffin and
Okay.
speak the word of command,
All
and then
right.
climb on its back. And I want to get in the air higher than what they jumped.
Okay.
Is that all? Do I have, like, is that all my actions that I can take?
I would say you still have. I would say that I'll give the griffin thing as a bonus action, and then the climbing up and flying up was your movement, so you can still have your 2 attacks from here.
So, could I take out a vial of dragon bile that I have?
Okay.
And I want to throw it at the creature so that the jar shatters and it forms a gas.
Okay.
And I want it to go over the creature.
All right. Which one are you attacking? U1 or B1?
The B1, the one that hasn't been attacked
Okay.
yet. How far will the gas
Wait, there's
spread,
2?
I wonder.
There's 2.
Shit. I only see 1, but yeah, okay.
Do you guys see 2 or 1?
U1 and U1. I see 2.
Okay.
Maybe just me.
Refresh maybe.
There it is. Thank you.
19.
Is a hit. To throw the dragon bile, and it smashes up against it. You can hear hissing as whatever it is just starts to affect this, essentially a land shark.
So I'm also going to call out to everyone. So it's this
Street sharks.
greenish gas,
Okay.
and I'm going to call out to everyone to stay out of the gas.
Okay.
How
How long does it last?
for 1 hour? No, wait. The creature subjected to the poison must make a DC 22 Constitution saving throw, becoming poisoned for 1 hour, and taking 45 10d8 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay, so what was the con save?
22.
22.
Who
Oh,
made
yeah.
it? 24.
Okay, so he gets half.
Oh,
Okay, so how much damage is it?
It says 45 10d8
10d8.
brackets.
Okay. So dice 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of dice. Okay. So that's 15 damage. And it's poisoned for an hour, you said?
man, that's a lot of 1s.
Yes, poison for 1 hour.
Okay. Okay. Alondra is up next.
So we'll start off with Baron Cudlington taking a stab at U1.
You won, okay.
Going closer. It is a 14.
14 is a miss. So the big bear is like banging it with its quarterstaff. You can hear the thuds as it's trying to break through the appears to be very heavy armor skin, but it's unfortunately not being able to get through it.
Okay, and then I'm going to follow up with another guiding bolt,
All right,
seeing if it does anything with a 24.
24 is a hit.
Excellent.
How much damage?
That is 15 damage.
15. Okay. Kingsley, you see this energy blast fly toward the big land shark, hitting off the side, and now you can see this bright aura around the bullet. And you all now have advantage for the next round. Okay.
Nice.
The bullet is now going to try to take a bite out of you, Kingsley.
Yeah.
Is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Okay. That is 34 damage. But just as the jaws are coming down on top of you, and you're like bracing yourself for impact, suddenly this smoke screen appears right in front of you, and all of a sudden you don't feel anything. You don't know what just happened, but you just know that you haven't felt any pain.
Okay, but I have taken the how much damage? 34?
No, actually, you didn't take any damage. Something got in the way, like all of a sudden this smoke screen just appeared and you didn't feel anything, and no effect. Kira, from the sky, what you just witnessed was this bullet attacking, like going for Kingsley, and then roll a perception check.
So 18.
18.
I'm just like at this point I'm just kind of stumbling backwards, going like trying to like get my bearing and figure out where I am and where that thing is and what just happened. And I'm just gonna yell. I'm like, Kira, where are you? Like,
Okay. Kira, with that 18, as you were kind of observing the battle from up above, what you saw was this bullet lunging toward and trying to take a bite out of Kingsley, but right behind the bullet, you notice Mando quickly draw something on his shield, and this cloud appeared right in front of Kingsley, and then all of a sudden you can see a cloud appear beside the other bullet, and then the jaws of the first bullet goes through the cloud and then bites the other one, and it takes the 34 damage. Okay. Following that, Mando's gonna take another 2 strikes at this bullet with his sword. Oh, nope. But he can't seem to break through that skin. Khaled.
I will take my. I'm still pretty far away, so I will take my 2 shots at the one that's attacking Kingsley.
Okay.
And the first one's a 12.
Okay.
The second one's an 18.
All right. The first one ricochets off the skin, but the second one managed to find a piece of flesh that it embeds into. So you can roll damage
Alright,
for the
and
second.
damage is 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shep, by this point, you've gotten up onto the deck, and now you can see these two, what appear to be, they kind of look like sharks, but with legs. And they're massive. And you can see your friends battling them out.
Oh. That makes like a good target that I'm gonna try and can I try and attack with the harpoon on the front of the airship?
Yep.
I have no idea what kind of range that has.
Okay, you are using the harpoon gun. Okay, alright, roll a dex, like a ranged attack. I don't know if you have, so it'd be dex plus, yeah, just, I guess it would be a straight dex.
Dex, sure. That's a 21.
21, that is definitely a hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeehaw!
you can roll 3d10 for the damage.
All right. So
Which-
yeah, we crank that thing back and just let it fly. How many? 3. Yeah, roll that. I'm trying to tell it to do it and it just keeps adding more dice. I keep clicking on the D10 and I can like add or remove dice to it, but oh, there they go. I don't know why. 21 damage.
21 damage. Okay, that's on you one.
Yep.
Okay. So Kingsley, just as you're still trying to figure out what's happening, like the smoke in front of you starts to dissipate, and then all of a sudden this huge harpoon comes down, piercing right through the bullet and pinning it to the ground, and it's yelling out in a lot of pain. Okay. Now it's Arif's turn.
Is that harpoon? Is it like a rope connected harpoon, or is it just like a projectile spear? That's a harpoon.
It can be both, but Shep didn't mention that he tied a rope to it, so it's just essentially a big projectile.
No rope. Okay. All right. Cool. Just want to make sure. So I'm just gonna be I'm just cheering on Shep on the deck there, and I kind of want to jump up onto the top of the like the railing so I can see over.
Okay.
And sorry, one sec. Where'd it go? I want to cast Entangle
Okay.
on B1 and try and restrain him to the area that he's in.
Okay.
So that's a strength check of 15.
Okay. And it makes it. So all these vines or whatever it's trying to restrain it onto this boulder, but then they all start to snap as it wiggles free. All right. Anything else for your turn?
That's all I can do. That's all I can do from up here. Actually, wait. Sorry. I'll cast. Am I 60 feet from Kingsley? Where's Kingsley at right now?
Yeah, you're probably about 60 feet. It's just like the edge of your range.
Yeah, so I'll cast Shield of Faith and as a bonus action.
Okay.
Onto Kingsley, and that'll raise your AC
Is
back
that a-
2.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay. So now Kingsley in front of you
That's
now,
Thank
all of a
you.
sudden you see this flash and this like shimmering glow in front of you. Whole bunch of stuff that you
And I
haven't
can't
experienced.
see through. So I can't see through it.
Yep, you can see through it. It kind of very like lightweight, very transparent kind of shimmer in front of you.
Okay, so that is my shield of faith. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm just gonna drop my bow, and I'll draw my sword, and I'll this thing in front of me, U1. It's pinned to the ground, just screaming there,
Yep.
like it's restrained. Okay. I'm just gonna draw my sword and just kind of stab at it.
Okay. Just
That was
essentially
terrible. It's injured. I'm just gonna try and put it out of its misery because it's screaming.
Okay.
17.
That hits. Yep.
Okay. And I'm probably gonna do it twice, so I'll just do them both.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll for the second one. You can save your action for something else because this it was enough. It was only
Okay.
like
Cool.
one.
Okay.
So it goes limp.
Yeah, the damage was like 8, I guess, on that one.
Okay.
So it is dead. I am just gonna go towards Kira. She's in the air, but I'm gonna move this way,
Okay.
like away from this guy.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Kira.
Okay, so am I able to swoop down and pick up Kingsley and then go over top of the other creature, bullet? And then
Yep.
I want to take out, and with Kingsley's help, take out the mithril spear from my bag and hold its spear tip down and drop it on the thing.
Oh, nice. All right. Make a dex check with your proficiency.
If Kingsley's helping with it,
Yeah,
is
you
that
can
from-
aid, so with advantage.
so proficiency of dex, you said?
Yeah, so just
So
like your dex. with your-
22.
22. Okay. Yep, that hits. We'll treat it as the same as the harpoon, so 3d10 for your damage.
I do not normally do 10. This is my 10, right? Yeah. Ten damage.
10 damage? Okay.
Yeah. Not great rolls.
Okay. So the spear manages to pierce into it. It screams out. And it falls off the boulder onto the ground and is now prone. It didn't get, like the harpoon, it didn't manage to kind of pin it. Because for some reason the boulder was a bit too strong. And so it just managed to knock it off. Okay. Alondra. Now it is prone, so you get advantage on your
Baron
next attack.
Baron Cudlington gets advantage on his attack.
Yes.
So he is gonna take a swing.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so it as it's like riling on the ground trying to get back up, your teddy bear just like bam, right in square in its like jaw.
Excellent. And then what is the way that we do the crits again?
So it'd be one is a automatic max. So if it's like 2d8 or whatever, then 1d8 would be automatic max.
Max is 1d8 plus 3.
Okay. So it'd be automatically 11 plus roll a d8 and add that.
So 20 damage.
Oh, nice. Okay. And are you doing anything else?
I suppose so. Will I be able to get in range and do an attack with my mace?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
In that case, that is what I'll do.
All right. You've got advantage.
Do I have advantage for this attack or no?
Yes. Yep. It's knocked prone, so.
Another natural 20.
Nice. All right. Roll your damage.
Only 10.
10? Okay. Still.
Yep.
That's good. Okay. So you come up with your mace and you start bashing it. Mando turns around and he's gonna make 2 attacks as well. Okay, so he manages to take it out and finish it off, but not before swinging, somehow ricocheting off of the skin of it and hitting himself in the head for 4 damage. That is the 3rd turn in a row where Mando rolled a 1. Every single attack almost in the last 3 turns has all been 1s. Okay. So it finally goes limp and
Put me
everything
back
calms
down. We need to recover that mithril spear tip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go dig it out.
Okay.
I'll jump down.
I'll go and help her.
Okay.
Or help him, I mean.
Okay. So you guys go and manage to pick the spear tip back up. And
Yeah, we want to keep that.
all right.
So we'll, I'll go down on the bottom of the ship and we'll start to lower it for you guys.
Okay. Now that you've had a chance
Just
to
a
kind
little
of
bit. We won't go all the way to the ground.
Okay. Now that you've had a chance to recover the spear and put it back in the bag of holding and have a chance to look around a little bit more, now you get to look at this massive boulder, round, like I said, it's 15-foot diameter, and on it you can see that it's covered with a lot of line drawings and engravings. All seems to be chiseled into the stone.
Can I read it? Like, does it look like an alphabet or lettering of some kind?
You can make or anybody who wants to investigate it can make an Arcana check.
Ten.
10. I can't seem to quite understand what they mean.
$15.
15. Okay, so Khaled, you look at it, and as you're examining it, it looks and appears to seem to be instructions of some kind.
And do I know what language it's in?
You're not 100% sure, but do you have giant language in your vocabulary?
Let me see. I have only common and deep speech, which is not giant.
Okay. So, no.
I have giant.
Okay. So, Khaled, if you want, you can kind of relay that information over.
Yeah, I'll go to Kira. It looks like a giant language. You might know something about this.
So I take a closer look and
Steph.
kind of go all around the boulder.
Okay.
Like that. And what can I make out?
So from your examining it and knowing now that it's giant and that it appears to be a set of instructions, looking at it, you can actually see that it's not just one set of instructions. It appears to be two different sets of instructions. The first looks to be some sort of like... They're both kind of very poetic, the way they're written. But essentially what you can decipher by taking, 20, 30 minutes to kind of examine this whole thing. The first set of instructions appears to be allowing the person who traces the symbols with their hand, allows them to control the weather. The second set of instructions, as you trace your fingers along those symbols, appear to change the size and weight of the stone.
So, sorry, the first set of instructions describe how to control the weather?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do I do, what are the instructions for how to do that?
So by tracing your hand along the runes, the giant runes on it, for the instructions for that, essentially allows you to cast the spell Control Weather.
And so it's a one time, like you trace it and then you can control the weather one time?
Yep.
Can anyone do it, or do they need to have spell casting abilities?
Anybody who's got the instructions. So all you need is the ability to trace the pattern in the right way.
Had somebody lost a stone at some point? So I'm going to relay that information to everyone around and explain what the instructions say. Was there earlier in our journey, I know that there was Nightstone. Was there another stone that came up? Is this somehow related, or is it completely unrelated?
It could be related.
I have written down a list, but I didn't write down what the list was. And on that list, it says that the stone giants, it says stone and then dash stone boulder.
Yeah. So this could potentially be that.
Are these this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? There's 7 of them. Are these 7? Oh, we were in the chamber, right? And each of the different statues were holding something. Is that what my list is?
Weapons, weren't they? There were weapons.
And I have
there was like an
so
axe
Frost
and a
Giant was
spear.
missing a weapon. The Storm Giant had a trident, Cloud a silver spear, Fire an iron sword, Hill a bone club, and Stone a stone boulder.
Oh, do you think this is the boulder?
Sir, what are the other items that we've found? We found the mithril spear tip.
Mm-hmm. The bone skull.
It's like the metal nose ring.
Found a gold tooth, I believe it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Broken giant man.
The mask as well.
Find some sort of mask? Yeah, some sort of broken giant mask.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, does anybody want to change the weather around here right now, or are we good?
I don't know. I'm just still shook up from that fight. I just need to sit down.
I'll trace the runes to decrease the size of the boulder and then put it in my bag of holding.
Okay. As you trace the runes, you notice that it goes from a 15-foot diameter boulder, like this massive thing, shrinking it down to 6 inches. And it weighs
It's a
about
little rock.
25 pounds. Or you can toss it into your bag of holding.
All right.
Okay.
I'm getting back on the boat.
All right. So everybody climbs back on the boat.
I'll fly up to the ship on the Griffin.
Okay. All right. Now you guys have collected another one of the relics. We've got only a couple more left. And I think that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Okay.
Nice work.
Good game, everybody.
In there.
Ooh, Kingsley just
Slowly but
managed
surely.
to survive and not get eaten.
If
We're
you guys
stepped
want,
on.
we can keep going. I know some of you normally leave it at 10 our time, so. But
Nope.
if you're good, we
I'm
can.
okay.
Okay. So we'll
Good night, everyone.
we'll
right.
pick it up on the next one. Dion, do you want to outro us?
Yep. Yep. Alright. Let all your troubles be forgot as you go on far from here. It's now we leave our heroes and we will see you all next week. Stomping Thunder.
Nice. Bravo.
Alright, good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
See you next Thursday.
Have a good one.
Thanks, everyone.